Well, hello and welcome to Thrive Thursday for Thursday, September 23rd, 2021. We're getting close to the end here. Got about another week, exactly a week, left. And today we are going to be going over our 321, which again is provided to me each week by James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, probably the founder of Atomic Habits too. And this week's 321 is going to be on how friendship happens, letting go, and revision. So let me get out of here so we can get this thing going, make it bigger for you so you can see it better. And let me go ahead and get rid of the banner for you so you can see it just that much better. All right, and hide this. All right, we got enough clicking going on. All right, here are our three ideas, our two quotes, and our one question to consider this week. Our first idea: big things start small, but not every small thing can become big. You need to be on the right trajectory. Choose the right playing field, and success comes more easily. And we talked about this in Overcoming Obstacles this week about, you are exactly where you need to be and quit beating yourself up. But sometimes the problem is that your goals were just misaligned, or you're going after things that are just going to set you up for failure and set you up for frustration. But you just got to understand that big things can start small, but not every small thing can become big. You have to sit down and look at these things and you make sure that they are realistic for you in your life. But you absolutely, once you got to get a plan together, got to get a strategy, A to B for me strategy, and get that right trajectory. Because if you're not on the right playing field, you're going to have problems, right? If you're trying to play football on a baseball diamond, something ain't going to work out right. So be sure that we got the right strategy and all the right pieces in place when we move forward. All right, number two, when failure is reversible, act quickly. When failure is irreversible, think carefully, because you're going to get stuck in a rut. If failure, if there's no turning back, then it's time to say, hey, this was a lot of fun. We learned a lot here. Now maybe we've got some lessons that we can utilize moving forward. If it is reversible, then you got to act right away and get the procrastination out of your mindset and out of your game plan, because you got to go. It's go time. So this is another reason why really mentoring and coaching is so important, because you can really have time to get some second opinions and look at these things. And I've got several mentors that I bounce things off of. But you have to really know, what you're getting into. So start out with that first one, get the right plan, get on the right playing field, get the right tools in place, and hopefully you can improve your odds, so that you know what you're getting into and know when you may have a stumbling block, how you would react. So sometimes when it's irreversible, your plan just wasn't right. But sometimes, as we talked about in Overcoming Obstacles, things are just out of your control. There's nothing you can do about it. So quit beating the hell out of yourself and just move on down the road and let's try something different. All right, number three, friendships happen on the way to something else. If you try to meet new people, it feels weird and forced. If you've ever been to a networking event and you're trying to meet people, it does feel kind of weird and forced sometimes. But the more you aim for friendship, the more it eludes you. But if you aim to learn or achieve something with others, friendship happens naturally during the shared pursuit. So, and it all goes into law of attraction, I think. You can also have law of repulsion, right? People know when you're fake and when you're just trying to go out and do something and not really, and their purpose is all wrong, and you're just trying to meet new people and you're forcing the issue, and they just know it's just not for real, right? And so your aim for friendship eludes you. But if you just go out there, to learn or achieve something with other people and just get to know people, then friendship just kind of naturally happens during that shared pursuit. So there is a way to do it right. And then get in networking. Most people, you got your elevator speech and you got your card. Now you're all ready. And I mean, you've been working on it, hold on yards to get in there, and it's just like everything goes haywire once you get going because it's just so fake and unrealistic. Just get in there and just be friends and work with people and figure out how you can work together on different things, and those friendships will develop naturally. All right, a couple of quotes here. One is from theologian Dorothy Soyer on letting go, and Dorothy's kind of interesting lady. She was a lifelong theologian, and she was an instructor at one point, but she termed the the phrase Christo-fascism, and you can kind of imagine that was kind of controversial because it tied fascism to Christianity and how they were similar. So if you want to read more about that, just look up her name; it'll be there. But she was an interesting gal. In fact, she was a lifelong at the job, and she actually died, I think, at a seminar symposium thing. So she was committed. But this is from The Strength of the Weak, which she actually wrote back in the mid '80s, I think 1984 or so. But if my hands are fully occupied in holding on to something, I can neither give nor receive. So that's a pretty deep thought. If my hands are fully occupied in holding on to something, I can neither give nor receive. So maybe you want to think about these things when you, especially in these times of holding on to our stern opinions, and it's either my way or the frickin' highway attitudes, because you can neither give or receive in those situations. You want to be a real person. Listen to people, and if you're always trying to hold on to just what you got, and then you're in no position. And same thing with money, right? If you hold on to your money, you're not going to be able to give or receive. You're not going to be able to give anything to people. You're not going to be able to receive any good feelings or all those nice things that come along with just helping people. So be sure that your hands aren't fully occupied all the time. You're always there for people to help them and receive as well as give. All right. Another one's by entrepreneur and computer scientist Arthur van Hoff. He was Dutch, and he actually, I think, started out like in Sun Microsystems. And this is a quote from Founders at Work. And I think Arthur got into Founders at Work, which was actually by Jessica Livingston. I think maybe because of Java. I'm not really sure. But he was one of the early contributors to Java. But if you haven't read Founders at Work, it's an awesome little piece. You can get it up on Amazon by Jessica Livingston, and it talks about a lot of the tech startups. I mean, Apple, obviously, Gmail, Hotmail, PayPal. There's a ton of them up there. TripAdvisor talks about all these tech startups, and it's really interesting. How they got rolling and stuff about the founders. But anyway, over the years, I've learned that the first idea you have is irrelevant. It's just a catalyst for you to get started. Then you figure out what's wrong with it, and you go through phases of denial and panic and regret. And then you finally have a better idea, and the second idea is always the important one. A lot of you out there, you're stuck. You got to go back to the first one if your hands are fully occupied and holding on to something, right? You're holding on to that irrelevant first idea, and you're trying to force a square peg through a round hole, and it's just not ready yet. The egg's not ready to hatch. You're trying to force it. But that first idea can just be a catalyst to get you started and get you rolling in the right direction. And then, again, you got to look at it and be able to accept people's opinion. And that's one of the problems with having your holding on to something and you can't give or receive because you're not willing to listen to anybody else. And your mentoring and coaching just doesn't help you because you know it all. And you have to realize that you know some, but there are other opinions and other ways that can make things happen. And even folks who aren't in your particular area of expertise sometimes they're far enough off that they can, in the distance, that they can have insights that you never even think of because you're so invested into it and so vetted into what you're doing. And so they'll help you maybe figure out what's wrong with it. And then you can go through those phases that you're going to go through, which is like anything, divorce, death, all those types of things. That you have those same feelings in business. I mean, doggone, I've had several entrepreneurial things that, my goodness gracious, I could have just gone in the bottle deep, and it'd been over with. And I can't say I didn't go in the bottle maybe halfway on some of them, but you got phases of denial, panic, and regret, and just got to let that stuff go, because you'll find out that you'll find that better idea. And that second one's the one that's going to really make it happen for you. So just keep rolling. But Get Founders at Work, there's a lot of those good insights in there for you, especially if you're an entrepreneur, and you want a little bit of a backup that you're not the only fool in the universe. That's a good one to read. All right, how about a question for you this week? What do you need to deprioritize? I look at the folks in our accountability sessions a lot, and I see all the things that they have in there for their goals and their key actions and to-dos and these types of things. And we often have to go through and deprioritize a couple of things, because what's happening is their key productive indicator percentage of accomplished items is high, but they're just not meeting their goals. And it's because they're not prioritizing the right things. And so we have to go back and look at those things. And you can either adjust the goal or you can adjust the key actions. And a lot of times it's just the key actions that need to be adjusted. And so sometimes you got to deprioritize your life here a little bit, especially when you're first getting started in this whole entrepreneurial or just self-improvement mindset. And we help you do that here at A to B for me. And obviously, we utilize the Phoenix Journal for that as well. So if you don't have a Phoenix Journal, hop up to A to B for me /store and order you one. You can get it on Amazon. Guys up there really did a great idea. I don't make any money off the thing, but I get my little percentage from Amazon. But I'm not a contributor to the journal. I just came across it through one of my mentors and have just been in love with it ever since. But anyway, this is it for today. How friendships happen, letting go, and revision. So I hope you got some good things out of it, and I'll come back here and say goodbye to you. Have a great one. I hope you caught Overcoming Obstacles session yesterday. If you didn't go back and get it, it was we're into module 2, which is motivation, session 11. So catch that, and then we will see you on Monday for another weekly challenge. Also, if you didn't get the weekly challenge on last Monday, go get it. We'll see you on Monday for a weekly challenge, and then I see a Finish Strong Friday coming up. We've got a great promotion going on for our 84 Days program for the last quarter of this year. Really want to get you rolling, get you prepared going into 2022, get you locked and loaded so you can really make it happen in 2022. So be looking for that. But anyway, other than that, all I want you to do is have a great day and keep moving in the direction of your dreams. And we'll talk to you later.